here in week 2.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looking to throw. Purcell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Back to throw. Purcell. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 83 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll look to throw again. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back to throw again. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Akers will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Sanders' kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action. Now it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Purcell. That's caught by Myers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Purcell. Short throw caught by Bowers. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a run with Akers on second down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Purcell throws left side. Atwell's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
The Raiders try to move quickly, trying to get everybody back to the line. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. Purcell under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 27. A little juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Butker's kick here is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they can't bring him down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. They juked him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off play action. Purcell to the right side and intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. For Marshall, that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Pacheco once again. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xander Horvath. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Purcell calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Purcell.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 20.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Again, it's Pacheco, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, I think even he's chuckling a little bit now. What a start this is to a regular season. Charles, remember, 3 touchdowns on the ground last week in the opener, and he's got 2 more here. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, he has to be a little bit on the incredulous side, doesn't he? Is this how it's going to go all year long? If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Purcell.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Purcell.
Open man down the field, it's Bowers.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purcell.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw on 2nd down, Purcell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Purcell. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Pacheco. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So out come the Raiders. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the...
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life.